done saying I'm done playing. Last time was on the outro, stuck in the house, need to get out more. I've been stacking up like I'm fundraising. Most people in my position get complacent. Come places with star girls, end up on them front pages. I'm quiet with it, I just ride with it. The moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. I'm the only one that's putting
All right, it is the end of the day, Tuesday, so I figured I'd pick up the camera, show you guys a night in the life as a 19-year-old living here in Miami. Today I want to be showing you guys my new apartment. It's really 3 months old, but I haven't shown you yet. And then we'll be going on a night drive later in this video as well in the new to me Corvette that has a straight piped exhaust. You guys will get some good clips from that. Now, first thing I want to do is cover business. What did we do today and how much money did we make? Because this is the important stuff. You know, if you guys want to make it and live this exact same life, you need to focus on the money first. And this is not going to be some crazy dopamine filled video. Like, yes, you're going to get some of that, but this is going to be more educational and more inspirational for those of you who are currently in the grind, trying to make it to a level where you're consistently making $40,000, $50,000 a month profit, and you can afford to live in a Miami corner unit skyrise, buy whatever car you want, whenever you want, and really just drive around on a random Tuesday night. So today was actually a pretty light day in terms of meetings. To give you guys the quick rundown, I always wake up sometime between 6 and 7. Today I woke up at 7. First thing I did was go on the balcony, wash my face, and then start to drink my Ghost Energy. Not sponsored, but Ghost is the best energy drink around. And then after that's finished, I got, again, straight to work. So I always like to start the day with work. You know, there's no reason to waste a bunch of time meditating or any of this stupid stuff. And you can see a bit of the apartment behind me now. I'm actually heading out onto the balcony. So wake up, get straight to work. Now, what did we work on? So there's a few things on the back ends that we're currently doing. Biggest one being building out a new sales training for my clients. So I run a marketing agency, for those of you who don't already know. Basically what we do is help small businesses get more customers. Now, we've dialed in the getting leads side of the business. The biggest thing that our clients struggle with, if they're struggling, is closing more deals. So what we've done is taken our top 5, 10% of clients, found exactly what they do to close deals, and given that to everybody else who we work with so that everybody else can be more efficient when it comes to closing, get more deals in, and ultimately make more money. As an agency, the only 3 ways that you can make more money are get more customers, keep them longer, and make them worth more. So what I worked on first thing in the morning was keeping those customers for a longer time. As soon as that's done, it was 9 a.m. I spent a few hours on that. 9 a.m. I had my first team meeting of the day with the sales team. So we hopped on, set goals, did some call reviews, and did the standard meeting, which is basically, all right, how was yesterday? What do the stats look like? What do we need to train today? And what's our goal for the day? And how does that align with the goals we've set for the week? Once that call was done, I had a call with my CSM, who I am currently onboarding. CSM is a client success manager. My client success manager is going to be taking her first onboarding call that she leads tomorrow. So we will see how that goes. And then first launch call Thursday. And then she'll start doing check-in calls alone on Friday or next Monday. And then she'll be fully ramped up, which is going to free a ton of my time up so that I can focus more on top of funnel, getting more customers, and then hiring a closer, because currently I have a setter but not a closer. Once I can hire that out, it's going to be a huge unlock in the business. But that's basically start of day. Then I had client calls, sales calls, did some more back-end work, and that's the majority of what today looked like. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the amazing view. And I will also tell you I'm already moving out of Miami, even though I just moved in. And the reason is, to me, Chicago is a far superior city. So I'm headed back to Chicago, but I will be getting an upgraded apartment. So I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop with that. Now, without anything else said, I'm gonna go back in the apartment and give you guys a quick little tour of what it looks like. So, of course, we got the corner unit facing Brickell. Best thing that you can get, in my opinion. Amazing, amazing view, which is nice. Very modern. Kitchen is a bit messy right now, but you can ignore that. And then we've got the old Corvette wheels over here. I did end up buying some new ones, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with those. I think maybe just keep them as winter tires. Then we've got my room, which is way messier than usual. I've got some stuff, some clothes on the bed. And then here's the setup. Here's where the money is made. I used to have a PC. If you guys did watch me back when I was in Chicago, I had a big PC with 3 monitors. I've simplified to just a laptop and one big monitor now. Makes things much easier when traveling. We've got amazing view, little decoration, more decoration there. And that's pretty much it. Super simple setup. Everything in here is nice and modern. It's not too interesting. The car is definitely what I prefer over the apartment. I'd rather live in a not so nice place with a very nice car than live in a very nice place with a not nice or no car. So yeah, that's kind of what a somewhat typical day in the life looks like. I do typically have a bit more sales calls. I had 5 today. Usually I have 5 on the low end, up to 7 or 8 sales calls, and lots of ads to film as well. So that's actually what I'm about to go do now, is film a bit more ads, and then also film content for you guys, take you along in a little ride in the C7 with the Meta glasses so that you can have a POV as well as some good audio clips. Now, right here, I do want to go ahead and tell you guys before we go to the next scene, I have nothing at all to sell you, but I do want to connect with you. I want to get on a call with you, learn from you, and just build a relationship. So in the bio below, in the caption below, there's going to be a link to my Instagram. Go drop a follow, shoot me a DM on there. I'm replying to absolutely everybody. Nothing at all is to sell you. I make my money from my agency, not from selling you guys a course. I just want to connect with you, especially if you're in the Miami or Chicago area. I'm frequently in both of those cities. Let me know. And without further ado, I'm going to go wrap up a few more things on the computer, and then we will hop in the car and take a drive.
Generational wealth, got a couple of mil for my unborn child. If I pay man £100,000, I can get man bum right in front of a crowd. That's GDP, the price go up if you shoot my steal. Better watch your words, I get you. It's about to shoot you tweet. I tell no bro if it's personal, he better jump out and do it on feet. We got something in common with scuba divers, work with the guys indeed. If it went to UK, would have had an AK gang outside with a samurai sword. Like 10 freeze with a Air Force One. Ski mask on, but we don't snowboard. Go on a glide, leave your phone at home. What's wrong with these guys? They go and record. The stroke is broke as hell. Well, until we broke the law. If I lived in Harlem, I would have been Mitch. Them man would have been like Ace and snitched. If it was Oakland, I would have been a pimp. If it was 1930 North Carolina, I would have been Frank with a mink. If the ops got nominated for the Brits, would have went to the ceremony with sticks, and the G17 would have came with a switch. If it went to UK, would have had an AK-47 with 100 rounds. Red carpet on my trackie and Air Max. They want a boy with a London style. We ain't got generational wealth, got a couple of mil for my unborn child. If I pay man £100,000, I can get man bum right in front of a crowd. That's GBP, the price go up if you shoot USD. Better watch your words, I get you. It's about to shoot you tweet. I tell no bro if it's personal.
All right, so we are mid-drive right now. You guys have probably seen a few clips that I've recorded. Sound is quite amazing. Super good tone, super snappy shifts, which is nice. This is a great car. Great for the Miami streets, great for the Brickell streets, and it's going to be even greater when I am back in Chicago. So just going to continue recording a few more clips for you guys, but I did want to come on and just drop some value really quickly. That's something I want to do in every video, just give you guys some value in terms of making more money. So the number one thing I want to cover in this video is just focusing on sales. If in your business you just focus more on getting new customers, everything else will solve itself. And this is a lesson that I had to learn myself the very hard way, because I focused way too much on the back end, on systems, on onboarding, on stuff that didn't really matter. And I wasn't focusing on sales. I was still making decent money, like 15, 20K a month, but it's really not that much when you think about it. So what I did after seeing a friend of mine who is not as intellectual as I believe I am jump way past me in revenue by focusing on sales, is I did just that. Like him, I focused on sales and a lot less on the back end. I hired some positions out and really stopped even looking at client accounts after they would come in. And here's what happened. I thought that I would make less money because my retention would go down as a result of me spending less time on these client accounts. But what happened was the opposite. So I focused on sales and literally tripled my revenue in a single month. And the reason is because, number one, obviously when you're focusing on more sales, you get more sales. So my previous best month for new customers was 14 new clients in a month. Or sorry, it was 8 new clients in a month. The first month that I focused solely on sales, or more in on sales than anything else by far, I signed 14 clients. So I went from 8 clients to 14 clients per month just by making that one shift in the very first month of doing so. The other thing that happened was when I hired these guys to take over the back end, take over the fulfillment, is retention went up. So in that same time period when I first shifted to focusing on sales and hired full-time people for these certain roles, what I found was that I actually had my best month for retention by far, by 5%, which is a lot. For those of you who don't know as much about like retention metrics, 5% is a ton. So I had my best month for retention, signed more clients, and ended up tripling my revenue, my peak record month, just by making those few small changes. So whether you've started a business already or not, this is a core concept. Let's say, because most of you probably haven't started one yet, let's say you haven't started your business yet, you're worried, oh, once I get these customers, how am I gonna fulfill for them? And am I gonna get them results? Am I gonna have to refund them? It's such a bad concern to have because you don't have any customers to worry about refunding yet. And you're never gonna have to worry about it if you don't get them. So you need to stop focusing. If you have 0 customers, 0 clients for your agency, and you're trying to start, you need to focus on only sales and literally nothing else. Every other thing that you focus on that is not getting new sales is literally just a waste of time when you first start your agency. So you need to lock in on sales, on marketing, getting new customers, and then once you have got a consistent stream of customers and you're making, as soon as you make, in my opinion, 10K a month, you need to start hiring out fulfillment. So the first thing that's gonna involve is hiring a media buyer, someone to run your clients' ads for you. Let's say you're in a service business, maybe you do detailing. Hiring a detailer, that's the first thing you need to do. Because when someone is full-time, they're gonna get better results. Your clients are gonna get better results because they have someone who's focused on just that one job rather than split attention, which is what you're gonna see if you are doing the sales yourself, the fulfillment yourself, everything. So I had a 5% lift and a 5% total increase in retention, which ended up at 5%, it was like a 50% boost. So 50% there, way more sales than I'd ever got before. And it's all as a result of hiring the right people. So I'm kind of scattered right now, just with everything that's kind of going on, but the core of what I'm really getting at here is you need to focus all of your time and effort on top of funnel, getting sales, getting leads, and hire out everything fulfillment as soon as possible, and then even hire out the lower leverage sales side of stuff as soon as possible in your business. Now let's say, because I know that was a new business example, no reason to focus on fulfillment if you don't have customers. Let's say you're doing 5 to 10K a month. That's a range where you need to get up to 10 to 15 as soon as possible so that you can comfortably afford a media buyer to go full-time and running clients' ads. And a media buyer, to give you guys context, is $600 to $1,000 a month, hired in the Philippines, gives you so much time back. It's the best investment you can make. I should have done it way sooner. I waited until 15 to 20K. Going back, I would have done it the second that I hit 10 if I could do things over again. Now, if you're already above 10K, you already know what I'm gonna say. Hire it right now. And this is a recurring theme that you need to have in your business. Outside of just sales, is finding what is the highest leverage thing, the highest impact thing for me to focus on. And once you find that, you need to hire out everything that is not that one thing. So right now for me, I'm hiring a CSM, Customer Success Manager, just as a great example. It's a high paying role. I'm paying this person $6,000 to $8,000 a month, but it gives me time back. It puts someone full-time on client success and it increases retention. So this month, for example, retention is down again to by far, so even more than the other time, the lowest we've ever had. And it's the result of putting people in full-time positions where they focus on just what they are best at. But with that said, this light is about to turn. I'm gonna show you guys some quick driving clips, and we'll be back at the apartment soon as well. So get ready for some noise. Ooh, had an Acura get in front of me there. All right, let's see if we can get an opening. That was a good little driving clip right there. Quite a lot of noise and quite a lot of speed as well. This is probably the best car for its price range. If any of you guys are looking for a car around $50,000, I have got to recommend you the C7 Corvette. Looks wise, sound wise, speed, it's really just a great car overall. With that said though, I'm going to probably put the camera down again and pick you guys back up once we are back in the apartment and go from there. All right, we are now back at the apartment. Just finished up the drive. I'm about to cook dinner and then edit this video that we have just recorded. I feel like that was a pretty decent insight into what all I did today, as well as a nice little night drive with some good advice for any of you guys who are starting your business or just now kind of getting into it. And you can see the view, especially at nighttime, is just absolutely amazing here. Now, if you guys have not already, like the video, subscribe, and of course, like I said before, reach out to me on Instagram. I have zero things to sell you, just want to connect with like-minded individuals and see what I can learn from you and what you can learn from me. So with that said, I'm going to be ending the video here, and I will talk to you guys on Instagram.